Okay, so on your left side, we're going to click the Create New button. Anybody in here worked with Adobe Illustrator? Nope. Cool. Okay. So up at our top, when we click on Create New, we get this little document here. We're going to go ahead and choose Print. It's right up here. And we're going to choose the letter, and we're just going to hit Create. Because right now we're just going to kind of play and learn. Now you're going to be given like a little tour box or whatever. You can close that or hit next or whatever it asks you to do to get rid of it. Okay. Let's see. Jeremiah, are you with this? Devin, you with this? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, hit create now. You're good. Done. Thank y'all. Okay, where's my mouse? My mouse is there. It is. Okay, so in your first thing we want to do, because there are different layouts and things that we work with that show different tools, different toolbars, and all that kind of stuff. We always want to work in Essentials Classic. So up in your upper right corner, I believe y'all's defaults to Essentials. So you want to click that and change it to Essentials Classic. And we want that one because that's going to provide a toolbar up at the top that will become important later on. So you want Essentials Classic. All right, so kind of the interface of Illustrator. You've got your normal menu options up at the top, File, Edit, Object, just like you would in Microsoft Office stuff. You know, you've got those options up there. On the left-hand side, you have different tools. Now, most of these tools, you're not going to know what they are. So what you can do is you can take your mouse and hover over it, leave it alone, and a little pop-up will pop up and tell you what it is. Now, a lot of these tools also have a little white triangle in the bottom right. Do y'all see that? Oh, Datrion, what's going on? Let's do print and then hit create. There you go. All right, so again, some of these tools have little triangles in the bottom right corner. That means there are more tools underneath. So if you click and hold one of them, you'll see that you have options underneath there. So tons of tools that are happening here. I will say there is one you probably don't want to click on because then it gets hard to get rid of, and that's the perspective grid. This little thing right here. We won't be using that. But if you do happen to click on it, you have this little circle that's up here. If you click that little white X, it'll make it go away. That perspective grid. You might use it later on when we're trying to work on depth and dimensions and stuff like that. On the right-hand side is more of your kind of formatting. You have color, gradients, different brushes, different styles, symbols, and things of that nature. And of course, when you click on them, there are different tabs that are kind of within there. So there's a lot of info here, and we're going to take a little at a time. So over on your left-hand side, I want you to locate the rectangle tool. Rectangle tool. And go ahead and click on it. The rectangle tool. It looks like a square. No, rectangle tool. It'll say rectangle tool. If you look up here, it's probably below the T. It's closer to the top. All right, and I want you to draw a square on your document. So you just click and hold and draw a square.
The rectangle tool?
Yes, rectangle tool. Now, what do we notice about this square? It is white and it has a black outline. Yours is blue? Oh, did you change your colors?
No.
Oh, well, the outline is blue right now because it's selected. Okay. I got you. I'm with you. Okay, so after we've drawn this rectangle, now we're going to use our selection arrow, which is the little black arrow that's at the top left of your toolbar on the left side. And I want you to click off your rectangle so it's not selected. Now we can see the black stroke. All right, so click our rectangle again.
How do we click it?
With you have to have the selection tool selected. The little black arrow. You got it? All right. So now let's select our square again. And up on our toolbar, this is our control toolbar up here at the top. We have a drop down that's showing white right now. Go ahead and pick a different color to fill in your square. And I'll show y'all something fun in a little bit with it. And then the color next to it, the black, is the outline of your square. So you can drop down that and you can change your outline. And then if you want your outline to be thicker, then you change your stroke. Increase the stroke. The stroke will make it thicker. Ernest, Jeremiah, I need y'all participating. Are y'all doing okay? If you need help, let me know. James. All right, hang on. You got to change this to classic. You missed that. All right, now you can change your colors. Let's see, Alex, you got to make sure you select your square. So click on it first, just once. There you go. Now you can change your stuff. James, you getting it? All right, so your square isn't selected either, so click on it once. Now go change your colors. Datreon? Let's see, you didn't change your thing to classic either. Let's do that, and let's do that. Okay, so up here you can change your colors. All right, Mark, you doing okay? There you go. That's a good way to do it also. Okay. All right, so everybody's got a square. All right, I want you to do the same thing, but I want you now to draw a oval, a circle. So we're going to have to find that tool. It's going to be below our rectangle tool. So we're going to click and hold on the rectangle tool. And it's the one that's called Ellipse. Ellipse means circle. So we're going to choose Ellipse. And we're going to draw. And it's going to keep the same colors that you just had, but you can change them either up here at the top or on the right side in the properties. You can do it either place.
Well, I made more, so we're
That's fine. What's neat is that you can always adjust this.
There's no ellipse tool.
All right, and some of y'all, let's see, let's add another shape. Let's do a star. I'm gonna put a star on there. Some of y'all have already found some of the, there's a couple that are like gradients and foliage and stuff, but there's even more. There's a whole lot more. When you're looking up here at this color, if you take a quick look up at my screen, you have what looks like books. It's libraries. If you click on that, there's all kinds of things that you can see in here. So I normally just start at the first one. I go to art history to ancient, and another little box pops up. And I'm gonna move that over. And then there's a little arrow where I can just start going through and seeing all the different stuff. There's different colors, there's different gradients, patterns. Let me see. All right, how we doing? All right, so now let's say that we want to make a triangle. Okay, if I look under my shapes, we don't have a triangle. So we can create one. And I'm going to do that with the rectangle tool. So I'm going to click on the rectangle tool. And I'm going to draw it out just so I can show you. Let me see the best way to do this. All right, we're going to use the white direct selection tool. It's up at the top, the white arrow, the direct selection tool. And that's going to allow us, let's see, oh, I didn't click on it. That's going to allow us to alter anchor points, the white direct selection tool. So we can click and hold and move anchor points, or we can click on an anchor point and hit delete and make it go away. But I'm going to alter it and just bring that down so that I have what looks like a triangle. There are other ways that you can make a triangle too, but this is what I'm showing you right now. So again, that white direct selection tool allows you to click and alter anchor points so you can alter their shape. I want to make this look like a kite.
I don't get any of that.
You got to click the white one, the white direct selection tool. There you go. Now you can click on an anchor point and then alter it. Let's see, what does it do to a circle? Oh, you can stretch out circles. Oh, it makes it look like a boomerang. Boomerang!
Yeah, that'd be good if he went down some one to make time to go in.
Anchor, it says anchor, I right click.
No, don't right click.
I mean, I left.
Left click, now there you go.
Why does it happen now?
Because I'm watching. That's usually what happens. All right. How we feeling? Feeling okay with this? Yeah, a little bit? All right, so now this is what we're going to do next. You'll notice that we have up here, it says Untitled 1, and it has a little X. We're going to close this. I'm going to get y'all prepped and set up to do what I want y'all to work on. Okay? So we're going to close this, and the reason why I'm going to help you, and no, you don't need to save it. The reason why I'm going to help you is because I'm going to want your page layout to be landscape instead of portrait. And right now we have it as portrait. So we should be back on this screen right here. Go ahead and close. Give it a sec. No, click no, you don't want to save. Just X out of that. It's the little X right here. This X right here.
This one?
This one. And no, don't save.
There's no X there.
I closed it already. Click no. All right. I'm waiting for everybody to be there. James, Alex. Ernest, you still need Illustrator open. All right, so we're going to click on Create New. So go ahead and click on Create New. It should automatically have your recent. It has it as a letter, which so far is good, but don't hit Create. Over here under Preset Details, where it says Untitled 2, go ahead and type whatever your last name is and then Train. So you can, I'm going to put Paul space Train. And then the last thing you're going to do before you hit Create is where it says Orientation. Right now, the guy standing up, the blue one on the left is chosen. I need you to click on the one on the right because that's going to make your page landscape. So the guy on the right should be blue. And now you may hit Create. All right, so let's take a look at the assignment that I posted in Schoology. So you're going to use shapes, basically what we just went over, making squares, triangles, circles, to create kind of a train. And you can use different colors. I gave you some examples. You can also Google vector train images or clip art train images to get some more ideas, but you're going to create your own with like a main, at least a main one, and maybe one, at least one behind it. And you will turn in your stuff here in Illustrator. I don't expect you to finish it today. You start it today, we'll save it, we'll finish it tomorrow.
What color does it have to be?
You choose your colors. You get to be creative. So you need wheels. You need one main. What are the main ones called? Anybody know? I don't even know. I was gonna say caboose, but that's wrong. whatever it's called, the main engine train, and then at least one dragging behind it. So these are all done with just shapes layering on top of shapes. That's how you can get, you know, the colors, and that's all that it is. So you're going to start working on that. And then I'll help you here towards the end of class to save it when it's time to save.